So this is the E Dorian mode. It's the second mode of D major. So I'm continuing my series on modes. We already did a video on E Ionian, which is the major, and the next in line is the Dorian. Like I said, it's the second mode of the D major. That means if you were to play the D major scale, the E Dorian mode, which has a minor quality, but the D major is a major scale, it seems that they're the same scale. They have the exact same notes. You just start on a different note. For example, in D, you start on the D, and of course on the E Dorian, you're starting on the E note. So the difference between the E Dorian and the E natural minor is that the E Dorian has a raised sixth. So those two scales, the E Dorian and the E natural minor, are similar, except the E Dorian has the raised sixth. So you can use these interchangeably. I mean, if you're playing or you could play they can be used interchangeably. Let's go over the E Dorian. Starts in this particular scale on the 12th fret of the 6th string with the first finger, and we're going to use down pick and up pick. So we play the 12th, the 14th, and the 15th frets with the 1st, 3rd, and 4th fingers. Up to the 5th string, we're playing the 12th and 14th frets with the 1st and 3rd fingers. Now we're going to use the exact same pattern on both the 4th and 3rd strings. We're going to use our 1st, 2nd, and 4th fingers. So on the 4th string, we're going to start with the 11th fret with your 1st finger. 11th, then the 12th, then the 14th. Same pattern, same fingering, same frets on the 3rd string. So far we have all right, that's the 4th and 3rd strings. Exact same thing. Up to the 2nd string, we're going to start on the 12th fret with the 1st finger and use a 1, 3, 4. So it's just like the 6th string. The 2nd string starts on that 12th fret again, 12th, 14th, and 15th, and you can stop right there. If you wanted to, you can go up to those extra 2 notes, a little extension, because on the low E string, if part of the Dorian mode, that scale calls for the 12th and 15th frets to be played, then you can play it also here on the 1st string. It's just 2 octaves higher. So and this is what we have. This scale, again, starting on the 6th string with the 1st finger. And you have all of it right there. And we're going to get to this progression right here. But first, I want to go over some related chords. Now, why do we do this? Well, if you were to play the scale, these are the chords that fit to each note, like the E, F sharp, but we can use an E minor 7th or an E minor 11th. Now, this is a cool chord too. That's just like an E minor 7th, which is like an E minor, right? Which is like an E minor. There we go, E minor. The 7th, you lift up the 4th finger. The minor 11th, just lift up your 3rd and 4th fingers. Strum it from the 5th string down. So you can play an E minor 7th, E minor 11th, to an F sharp minor 7th, to a G major 7th. Then you can use the A7, B minor 7. Now you can use the C sharp minor 7 flat 5. You've been watching my videos, you know how to make this, but my first, second, and third fingers is in the shape of an open D, just like an open D chord, but my first finger is on the 5th string, 4th fret. The rest of the shape is right there. Don't forget, as you add the 4th finger on the 2nd string, 5th fret, just to strum the middle strings. Just the middle strings for that C sharp minor 7 flat 5. And then we're going to go to a D major 7th, back to E minor 7th. E minor 11th is really pretty. F sharp minor 7th, G major 7th. Now I'm kind of strumming and arpeggiating. A7, B minor 7, the C sharp minor 7 flat 5, D major 7th, back to that E minor 7. So those are the related chords. I mean, you could say you make up a progression like so. All right, I'm going to give you the progression. Here are the related chords. Here's the progression. I'm just making up a progression. And I'm playing a E minor 7th to E minor 11th to an F sharp minor 7th, G major 7th, F sharp minor 7th. I'm going to start over here on the 3rd string. Didn't even start on that root note, because you don't have to. Listen how pretty that is. Make sure you play the F sharp minor 7th. If you make the mistake like I did with the major, it throws it all off. It's not gonna be related. The chords are not gonna be related. So let's do that again. And that little lead, if you want to apply it, is right here. Okay? It's actually on 2 lines right here. Okay? It starts right over here. So I just break it down. I'm just play the first measure and play the next measure. And I'm making it simple. I'm using, the pattern, basically, of the mode itself. The E Dorian is beautiful. I mean, here we go once again. Right there, I'm in a pentatonic. But then we could play. Pentatonic over an E minor 7th with extension. Go right into that mode. They're interchangeable. The Dorian has a minor quality. There are these 7 modes that we've gone over: the Ionian, the Dorian, the Phrygian, the Lydian, the Mixolydian, the Aeolian, the Locrian. Some have a minor quality, some have a major sounding quality. Dorian, one of the most regularly used modes. It's the second one. And remember, we're using parallel approach. There's 2 different approaches you can use with modes. You can use the relative and the parallel. And I'm using the parallel. That means we start on the same note if we're using an Ionian, a Dorian, a Phrygian, whatever. Remember, here's the Ionian, the major scale. This is the Dorian, this is the minor. This sounds like a minor. This has a minor quality. Obviously, the Ionian has a major quality. So please take the time to practice this mode, E Dorian mode. It's got the minor quality sound. It really will enhance your playing. Be sure to mix it up with the pentatonic, or even just the natural minor itself, because it just sounds so nice, so cool. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Keep playing and have fun.